Welcome to this introduction video where I describe my course, how it works and its value to you. So if you're experiencing anxiety, OCD, depression, or perhaps feeling numb and lost, or if you have a racing mind and an exhausted body, and if nothing you've tried has made it go away, then I think that my practical solutions might be just what you need. And even if you don't have any of these conditions and are just looking for exceptional self-growth knowledge, then I think that you've come to the right place. Anxiety and stress have become prevalent, and they feed other secondary worry and exhaustion-based conditions too, like OCD, IBS, chronic fatigue, aches and pains around your body, a procrastinating and foggy mind, disassociation, and often these states can spiral down into depression and apathy too. And though anxiety and OCD are unbelievably common, why is it that conventional solutions like medication and the CBT offered by our doctors seem only to dampen or manage rather than to fully remove these conditions? Because when it comes to mental health, and bear in mind that science still knows very little about the brain, perhaps we need to ask ourselves a very fundamental question. Are there ways that we can retrain our own mind and body that are natural and for some reason we were never taught? As upside down as it seems, when viewed through a financial lens, why would the medical world want us to be well? The doctors and nurses certainly do, but other aspects of the organization are there to support profitability through selling services and medicines. So I'm teaching an approach that sits alongside and complements the conventional medical system by exploring what can we do via our own thoughts, behaviors and beliefs to maximize our own emotional wellness, and our unconscious brain functions. I'm John Glanville. I'm an engineer turned therapist, and I spent the last 20 years researching and teaching people about anxiety with a very special focus on OCD, because back then OCD dominated my life. The engineer in me has been able to take complex psychological anxiety-based problems, untangle them, then figure out solutions, and then install new programs in the mind to test them, and then to finally document all my results in clever, educational, here's what you do to get change videos. Now, during this time, I managed what my doctors had failed to help me do. I conquered my depression, I moved above anxiety and fear, and I rid myself of OCD. And since then, I've helped thousands of people to do the same. Now, it took me 20 years, and 15 of those as an anxiety therapist, and I would like to save you that time by going through my process and teaching you what I discovered. Now, my work is designed for intelligent thinkers who want to learn new ways to quieten their mind and to calm their bodies and to gain a clearer understanding of who they really are and what they want from life. Now, this is done through common sense teachings that untangle and then reprogram the brain's childhood conditioning from parents, school, TV, the media, religion, and other traumatic life events. And I think here's the core of my message to you. Our brains, once programmed via our childhood, just keep unconsciously running those automatic thoughts and behaviors, regardless of what we are consciously thinking or what we consciously want from it. This is why we do silly things unconsciously, like eating all the cookies or saying yes when we mean no. Because whether you like it or not, our unconscious mind and our pre-programmed subconscious thoughts and ingrained behaviors, they're running the show, not our conscious logical sense of self. It might be worth really thinking about this. Something inside of me that doesn't feel like me made me do something I didn't consciously want to do. I ate all the cookies, or I said yes when I meant no, or I acquiesced to something that I didn't believe in. It made me wash my hands, check the door, or whatever your thing may be. And if you can't consciously stop something as simple as eating a cookie or washing your hands, then what more detrimental to you can your unconscious mind influence you into doing or not doing? The truth is we're programmable. It's a fact. We were programmed and we can reprogram ourselves into new patterns of thinking and new patterns of behaving as well. So the secret to change is learning how we can consciously reprogram our unconscious mind into running new programs via repetition, exposure to that which makes us currently feel discomfort, until a new program of calmness or whatever thoughts and behaviors you need are then running in the background. And although I refer to OCD a lot in my videos, and I do specialize in OCD, I do that so marketing-wise, I can be a big fish in a small pond. Whereas if I said, I'm an exceptional life coach and mentor who taught really seriously cool life skills, then I would be one of 10 million people and very invisible. So don't be put off by me talking about OCD. But at the same time, don't we all have OCD to some extent? Degrees on a spectrum, be that obsessed with our work, phones, how we dress, what we eat, or the destructive self-sabotaging routines that we may unconsciously act out each day. Now, I have a large database of videos ready for you to access and start watching today. At the time of making this video, there are 28 videos with an average running time of 45 minutes each and 4 guided meditations. And the way it works is by joining today, you are supporting me to produce a quality new video each month and to answer all your questions. This Patreon model allows content consumers like you to fund creative people like me, so content creation and excellent service can be my full-time job rather than something that I'm trying to do on the side. The videos I produce are deep, they're well thought through, and a lot of effort goes into each one because I intend to produce the absolute best course that I can on finding calmness, self-esteem, self-awareness and confidence that ultimately will be my legacy. Calmness doesn't come through you trying harder to be the same or endeavoring to become perfect. Calmness evolves within you as you develop new methodologies and ideologies which influence you to think and act in new ways. And if you're thinking and acting in new ways, your life will change, which of course is the paradoxical OCD loop of wanting life to be different but requiring things to remain the same. It's both sad and funny at the same time, certainly ironic, but I think that's my point. Life is ironic. Life is contradictory. It's unfair, it's dangerous, it's manipulative, it's hard and it's ever-changing. But life is also wonderful, beautiful, engaging, loving, remarkable, creative, and unknowing. It just is what it is. But as far as the unconscious brain is concerned, wherever you're consciously placing your focus is what it assumes is important to you, so it intensifies its unconscious focus on that topic and it makes it the center of its attention. Now, I think you've got 2 ways to look at this. What do I want from life and how can I program my mind to go down that path? Or you can consciously keep worrying, being negative, pessimistic, fearful, and using logic and reason to fight for your own limitations, though unconsciously you'll be further embedding and deepening those concerns that you already have. Ultimately, the unconscious brain runs whatever program is offered to it the most or was programmed into it in the earliest part of your life. And I teach you how to understand how it works, how to change it, and then how to explore who you are and what you want from life. And we also explore taking more responsibility for the outcomes in your life and beginning to trust more, because these behaviors are key to rising above anxiety. Let me give you an example. It's not my responsibility to fix you. It's my responsibility to create the best course I can. But what you do with that information and what actions you take, well, they're your responsibility. And you can either doubt that I can help or you can trust that I know what I'm doing. So what attitude you take into owning your recovery is very, very key. The way the course works is there's a monthly fee to join, and whatever fee you join with will remain the same for all the time that you're a member. You can exit at any time with no questions asked and won't be penalized in any way. But realize that if you want to rejoin again later, my price may be higher because I would have added more content. And I really wish to reward those who have supported me the longest. And though ultimately I'm trying to keep the price as low as possible to help those who don't have access to high quality mental health treatment. There are some more videos below where I talk more specifically about anxiety and OCD, should you still need more assurance that I know what I'm talking about, so you can get to that level of trust. But remember, I'll be teaching you how to let go of worry, okay? How to let go of control, okay? And to how to become more trusting, optimistic, okay? As you grow your self-belief and your emotional self-mastery. Come on in and check me out, because really you've got nothing to lose except your anxiety and your stuckness. I'd love to have you on board. Thanks a lot.